Yo, what up? This Small Q from NY Vids. I'm here with
Izzy.
Izzy. So you already know we only talking about ways to get money. We talking about the culture. We talking about rap, and you know what I mean. Anything that's lit. So I want to talk to you today. First off, tell the people who you are once again, where you from, what you do, and you know what I mean.
Okay, so my name is actually Israel, but people call me Izzy. I'm from Flatbush, the best place to be from. I do hair and makeup. I'm a jack of all trades, but we're gonna stick to hair and makeup for right now. That's me.
I say that like. So you know what I mean. How's the hair and makeup game? Like, what's that like?
I love it. It's kind of different now that everybody does it. Ever since COVID, nobody didn't really have much to do, so they decided to learn to do their own shit because you're not working, whatever the case may be, and I'm all for it. So it's like, I would say it would have been better before, but I'm not a hater. I'll love to see the people that I do be able to do their own shit and be able to teach other people too. So like, I mess with that 100 grand. It's amazing though. If that's your craft and you love it, it's amazing, because to see somebody come in one way and leave another way and see how they get so excited and happy or whatever it is, I love it. So it warms my heart. I feel like that's the best thing I did.
That's your main joint, or?
I also do security.
Okay.
People look at me and be like, you're so small, you're so petite, what the fuck did you do? But I do security too. I had a lot of jobs, but I feel like with that, you have to find something that you actually love, and doing them is, once you're about your bag, you're gonna do it regardless. You're gonna do it regardless, but I feel like in order to make you stay there, you gotta do something you love.
Nah, that's a fact.
So I got something that I love, and I do whatever else I could do on the side. Whether it's security, working somewhere else, I'm gonna do it.
So I'm saying though, like, I feel like you shine away, you know what I mean? Like, from what I understand, you're gonna be hosting the spot, BK Hot Spot, you know what I mean? Like,
okay, yeah, so everybody looks at me like the life of the party, and I feel like I can be, because most of the time I'm out by myself, and a lot of people don't know how to party by themselves or enjoy other people's company or open up, and I love that, because you meet new people, you get to see different things. How I met you.
Facts.
So I actually like it. So I started with Tuesdays, and Tuesdays it was a lot of people hosting it, and I needed a day for myself. So now I'm on Wednesdays, which is today, and I call it Wet Wednesdays. You could call it Wet Wednesdays, Izzy Wednesdays. But the reason why I use Wet Wednesdays is because it's getting more to being nice, and I have big goals for my Wet Wednesdays. So it's gonna turn into something crazy, but yeah, we ain't here BK Hot Spot on a Wet Wednesday.
What's the big goals though?
Okay, I can give you a little sneak peek, not too much. So the wet was, like I said, it's getting nice. I have visions of like water guns, but instead of just spraying you with water, we could put liquor in there. You get shots in your mouth.
Crazy.
You get the little bubble machine, you throw it around. You know, it's a little, I want to do something, I'm all about something different and spontaneous that people would never thought of or would have had the courage to do.
Man, vibey and fun type shit. I feel
Bring people out their element. I'm into that.
Okay. You said you the life of the party, so like when you pop out to the party, what's going down? Like, what's happening?
Okay, so me being the life of the party is not just me getting turned and lit. It's me getting everybody else up out their seat too.
Okay.
So like, I could get lit. Like I said, I could party by myself, I could bring the energy, but I'm also into the girls that I could see that's like me, that be like more like reserved, and they don't feel comfortable enough to get up and just get crazy because they're either by themselves or they don't want people looking at them. No, get up, mama, you look cute, do what you're supposed to do, and let all the attention be on you.
Okay. So like, you making other people dance type shit. Alright. So let me jump into, you know what I mean, a little different question.
Okay.
I don't. How old are you first off? Cause I don't. You know what I mean?
I'm 27.
27. Okay. Okay. You look young. You look way younger
I hear that
than
a
me.
lot.
Cause I'm about to be 40. So you know what I mean?
You don't look that age.
I get that often, but you know what I mean? Like, I gotta be careful. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
As you should.
some people, you know what I mean? You don't realize what people's age is. So I don't want to have weird conversations. You be like, yeah, I'm 17. Like, you feel me? But next, so this is an adult conversation. So if a dude wanted to talk to you, what's the playbook?
Okay,
You
that
can
was
answer
a good
however
one.
you
Okay.
want, you know what I mean?
So
Like-
I don't necessarily feel like with me it's a playbook. I don't. That might sound cliche. It's not that I don't like people talking to me. I don't mind it. But it doesn't do nothing for me. It don't move me. Why I say it don't move me is because it's always going to be somebody better looking than me. And the same thing you said to me, you can say to another person that's going to walk past you when I leave or whatever it is. That don't really excite me. I feel like if you can hold a conversation with me, we can vibe. We can talk about everything other than the fact of everybody's going to talk about my looks and what you want to do with me and what you could do with me and what you could put me. We can have a conversation besides that intrigues me. I feel like it's more of a conversation out of the regular element of what people talk about. And I really mess with that. And furthermore, of why I really mess with that is because a lot of people don't know how to talk about anything other than your looks, what they want to do to you, and everything else. I'm not into that. You hear that every other day. You walk past a corner store, you hear that. You walk past anything, you hear that. That don't do much to me.
So you grew up out here in Flatbush?
All my life.
So you dealing with that all the time then? Because I remember back in the days when I was like in my 20s, that was definitely super heavy. That was super heavy, but I didn't, you know, I'm not in certain mixes anymore, and I'm not around certain types of character archetypes anymore. So I didn't know if that was still going on.
No, it does.
Say that.
If it was back in the day when you try to talk to a girl and the girl ain't answering, you hear your homeboy be like, "Fuck you, bitch," because you still don't look good. That still go on.
That's still a timing?
That still goes on, and it's more. It's worse now. I personally feel like, because it's like sometimes you can't sometimes you can't even say anything because you be like, you don't say anything and they want to slap you. But why you want to slap me? Because I didn't say anything. So it's like you don't know what to do nowadays. Like I feel like the generation just keeps changing, so you have to like get into it while it changes, because it'll slap you across your head real quick. So sometimes it's like you can't even say thank you, or you can't ignore. You don't know what to say.
So
what
like
I do?
how you navigate? Yeah, I was gonna say.
I walk around with headphones all the time, even if they playing music or not playing music. I act like I can't hear you.
Oh, and that's effective or something?
I feel like it's more effective because, one, I don't like to look in people's faces, and I don't really like to walk in crowds of guys and stuff like that. So like, once you see me not pay attention to you, you're gonna automatically think I can't hear you. And as you see, my hair is always covering my ears, so you will never know. Even if I didn't have headphones in my ear and I'd have walked past the group, I'd have been like, yeah, lick on my lip, on my dog. I'm not even listening to that.
That's crazy. So you not trying to hit any dudes. You're not trying to entertain dudes right now.
No, I feel like I'm not trying to entertain nobody that stands outside and tries to talk to people every chance they get.
Like on some chilling in front of the corner type shit.
Yeah, no, like, what's the point of that? I'm gonna give you my number, and after I walk down the block, somebody else is gonna walk up the block. You gonna do the same thing. You have no loyalty to me. That's obviously what you do. I have nothing against it, because maybe you will find your soulmate or whatever it is that you're looking for. But it ain't gonna be me.
I don't think niggas is looking for soulmates. You feel me? Like,
whatever they looking for, you gonna find it, but it ain't gonna be me.
So like, do you listen to rap?
I listen to all types of music.
Okay, so like, what you rocking with right now? Rap wise, you could throw in some other joints, but if you got rap, you know
as far as like the music or like the artists?
Both.
Okay. So right now, I really, really like to listen to Huncho.
I'm older.
Okay, you probably heard his music like Girl, You're Not the One, or the 2, or the 3, or the 4, Girl, You the One. He sings Worth It. He sings a lot of songs.
Maybe is it Worth It? I don't know. My fault.
We gotta put some Huncho clips in there. I'm gonna put you on to Huncho. Okay, I also like Friday. You have to know Friday. Okay. Okay, so you listen to Chef G and Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, facts. They from out here.
They from where I'm from. And I'm always gonna rep their music 120%. Maybe a little bit more than that. I fuck with it OG. Like, you're gonna look at my phone and you're gonna see that regardless.
Okay.
So I mess with them 100% because I feel like a lot of people rap just about what they do in the streets. You gotta be able to talk about something a little more. You gotta gravitate other crowds. Like, I don't wanna hear what you and your ops did all day.
Yeah.
Talk to me about something else, and they can change it up, and I like that. So I mess with it because y'all from the hood, y'all drill rappers just like everybody else, but y'all not talking about the same stuff. Y'all not going back and forth. Like, even if it is some of those, you can find some other music that's good too. Like, you could really sit down and listen to it, and you be looking at it like, damn, how could you? But it's like, you gotta learn to bring in other crowds, and I feel like people don't understand that. That's like another person I mess with, Rod Wave. Everybody look at him like he's always in his feelings, but I look at it like, you got too much music out here pulling the guys. Where's the music pulling the women?
You feel that way?
And I feel like that's what Rod Wave music is about. He's pulling women. He may sound soft and heartbroken all the time, but that's music that gravitates women because that's what they go through. So for them to hear that they're acknowledged by not just another person but a male too, it do something for them. It do something for me.
Okay. I don't know if I agree with they only making music for niggas. I don't know if that's true, but
not everybody. But as far as in that context, I was talking about as far as like, you could say like drill rappers, even if it's not drill rappers, like even like guys that go through hard times and what they grew up with, and they like, a lot of women can't relate to it. So I feel like if you go both ways, it's okay. But to just stick to one thing and just like, okay, I understand that, but it's like at the same time too, like something one of my family members told me is like, certain music you hear, it make you want to do crazy stuff. So when you hear drill music all the time, bow, 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 it's making you feel like
gra gra boom type
yeah,
shit,
and it shouldn't be that all the time. Like, sometimes, don't get me wrong, it be me too. Call me a hypocrite. I ain't necessarily knocking them because sometimes I be in a spot and I hear certain music and I be like, yeah, you feeling that.
Shit is a vibe, yeah.
But with that artist, I shouldn't only be feeling this. That's just how I feel. Like,
have some joints for me to. Okay, I feel you. On sometimes you want to get in your girly bag and they don't got nothing in they catalog for you.
They just want you to be outside drilling and ready for somebody to come up to you.
And you're not even on that. You're gonna enjoy it for when you can enjoy it, but
right.
Alright, so let me ask you. This is one of them internet topics that have been going on for like.
Let's hear
months.
What internet topic this is.
The 50-50 topic. You familiar with it?
What's a 50-50 topic?
Oh, you never heard of that? So right now, online, not right now, it's kind of like on the tail end, it's dying out a bit, but it's been this big debate and discussion about should a man go 50-50 with a woman as far as the bills? And you have some people that feel like men should pay 100% of the bills. And you got some opposing opinions.
Okay. So you're okay. This is not what I'm supposed to do. Can I ask you your opinion though?
My opinion? I look at life as business, you know what I mean? So it's like everybody's business is in a different circumstance, as well as as well as, you know, when you first start a business, it's not booming. So if the business is not booming yet, he can't, you know, the man not gonna be able to do that. So do you want to be a partner in the business? You know what I mean? And then y'all build together and work together to build it up. And some shorties want to, you know.
I like that you said that though. A partner in the business. I feel like, okay, so I feel like it should always be 50-50. I also feel like a lot of people don't think that way, one, because of how they're raised, and two, because of how a lot of men treat certain women.
What you mean? Break that down.
There we go. Okay, boom. I feel like if it's certain women that are entitled, they feel like they're entitled to a lot. And they have certain men that gives them everything, although they shouldn't have it. You're just feeding her habits that shouldn't be a proper habit. So now she feel like even after you, somebody else is supposed to do that same thing, when I feel like no. Now, as far as when I say is how they're raised, everybody's raised differently. Whether it's in a Caribbean household, a young household, not even with your family, however it is. How I was raised is that whether I have it or not, if I want it, I gotta go get it. I can't depend on nobody else, because if you can't, women get mad when they feel like a man say a woman should take care of the household. They use it as a stereotype. In all actuality, you can think that, but it's the truth.
That it's the truth that a woman is supposed to take care of the household? What you saying?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you doing? You gotta clean. I'm not saying that's the only thing you should be doing. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes a man should be able to cook, or if you're too tired, he could come in, cook, run your bath water, whatever it is. But that's where the 50-50 comes in. They think 50-50 is just certain stuff. It's 50-50 through the whole thing. If I can't go today, you gotta go. Me, how I look at things is, and that's always been me, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I want to add you to the list, I'm adding you to the list, but that don't change the fact that I want to do it. So if I wanted to do it, it got to get done. How's it going to get done? If you wasn't here to do it, how's it going to get done? It's going to get done, right? And if I want you here too, and I know that, even if I don't ask you going to take care, I should be able to take care of you sometimes too. There's no way you should be kicking out all the time, because what am I here for? You got to help somebody, and I feel like it's teamwork. Teamwork make the dream work.
Nah, I fully agree with that.
So I'm heavy on the 50-50, yes. Girls, y'all can all spam me, talk about me. It's heavy on the 50-50. I don't care about none of that. If I want to go to the movies and my man didn't know about it, babe, I want to go to the movies. Okay, we going. I already got the tickets. You got to be there at that time. Now, if you get to the movies and you pay for the popcorn, the food, the drinks, okay. If you don't, and I still got it, I know next time, whatever it is, you're going to have me regardless of what it is. Or I'm going back home to a house with a roof over my head that you pay for. So why I can't do that?
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. But I don't disagree with the shorties that want the man to pay all the bills. But it's like, if you that type of shorty, that means you gotta be super fire. You like everything gotta be cause you essentially, that shorty is choosing to be a trophy wife.
And what comes with that?
You gotta be A1.
Thank you.
All the time, everything, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I be seeing, like, to piggyback off of that, I feel like A1 means it comes with the whole package. Everybody's on TikTok nowadays. So it's a lot of girls that I be seeing on TikTok now, and they be like, oh, I'm a stay-at-home wife, and this, that, and the third. They men be outside, they do this and the third. And I feel like everybody, like, gives them these rewards. And I feel like that's the same thing. Because she stayed at home because her man is taking care of the bills, she's cleaning the whole house, food is ready, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third, that's still 50-50. But y'all not looking at it like that, because just because a man is paying the bills. I feel like it's a lot of women nowadays that are just so hungry for money, they're not really seeing the bigger picture. A man can give you whatever he wants. He could kick out as much money to you. He can do the same thing for another person. But if you showing him why he should kick out that money, it's no reason he's gonna stop.
Nah, Nah, that's a fact. That's valid. So let me move on from that. You know what I mean? To another crazy topic online. How you feel about the whole Diddy situation?
Okay. I feel like the whole Diddy situation actually upsets me because of the fact that, don't get me wrong, I feel for Cassie. I understand everywhere she's coming from and what you went through, and a lot of people probably don't know what you went through or how long it took you to get through what you went through. I personally feel like Diddy should have been got caught up for a lot of more other stuff than this. And now that it came down to this, thank you for finally speaking up and finally having the courage to stand up, because a lot of women don't have that for whatever reasons, besides of what we're now finding out what she went through, that she went through. But I'm also looking at all the other females that had to deal with that because somebody didn't speak up so quickly. So I was speaking about it the other day, and a lot of females took it as that, like, I'm not on a female side. I don't necessarily have a side. I'm all about how I feel and what I feel in the moment. I honestly understand everywhere where she came from. I may have not felt it in the way that she felt it, but I understand your hurt, your scaredness, your whatever it is. But at the same time, it's like, you try to hold on to whatever you try to hold on to, you put a lot of other people in danger that way too, because you let him out on the loose still.
That's an interesting perspective.
And when I said it, everybody looked at me like if I'm not understanding her. I understand her 100%. And probably I don't even understand her 100% because we don't even know exactly of all the pain she's been through. She went through therapy, she did a lot of stuff, so she's actually recovering. So we don't know her when she was actually hurt. But I also feel a type of way of the fact that even if it took you a year, 2 years, 3 years, how much ever years, a lot of other people came into connection with him and probably dealt with the same stuff. And they did the same thing like you, was quiet or whatever the case may be. And I feel like if you was to speak up at some point in time, he would have never been in contact with so much of these other women. Now, saying that, I don't take away from the fact that he needs to be where he's supposed to be, because you did finally speak up. So you did help some women because he's not able to contact them after this. But I hope that she notices that too. Like, reason why I say that is, it's kind of going off topic. I watch a lot of Law and Order. So, preferably SVU. So Olivia speaks to a lot of you use them as victims. Like, she will find a lot of victims that went through stuff 10 years ago, and she'll come speak to them and be like, oh, I can't speak, I'm over that, I just and a third. And she'll tell them, like, it's another woman going through that right now. Would you not want to help her because nobody was able to help you? And I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you, but now that we know about these things, we're able to continue helping people. And I feel like that is something that should have been done. Whether or not it was done, that's not me to say. But I am also glad that she finally said something, because being as somebody that has so much high power, you use it for an advantage. And it's about time that somebody speak up, because just because you're in that celebrity limelight or whatever it is and everybody want to be around you, it comes with a lot. And it shouldn't have to. So as far as the Diddy situation, he is where he's supposed to be. And I'll give Cassie her flowers 1,000,000 times over, because just as much as you went through therapy, that's not facing your abuser. And you finally got to face him. And not only just face him by yourself, face him with your family that kept you alive because you was going to take your own life.
That's crazy. She said that? I ain't even...
Yes, so I know, I seen something where it said, the only reason she came out is because she went to her husband and asked her husband, are you able to do this by yourself? At that time, he didn't know. He wanted to know, and she couldn't deal with it no more. She wanted to end her life because of the flashbacks, the dreams, the this, the that she was holding back from everybody else. He's the one who put her in therapy. That's why she was able to come out. So she had a good man in her corner to help her come out and tell everybody the truth. And as much as it's hurting her, she still has him to go home to, because as much as it's going to hurt her to face that man in court while he's sitting there like if nothing is the problem, she got a man she could go home and cry to at night, because he allowed her to have that space of vulnerability and not being judged by it. And that's another reason why I feel like she probably didn't come up, because she would have been judged. Why she would have been judged is because she allowed it. And that comes from love. A lot of people don't go through that kind of love, but you go through a different type of love, whether it's just abuse or cheating or whatever it is. You don't go through that kind of love. But I don't like when people try to use celebrities as a non-human. We all go through the same thing. Just because they're in the limelight don't mean that you never went through the same thing and you held it back behind a pillow or behind a door and you still talk to that man. So that's why I said, although I feel like she should have came out earlier, that's not my decision. That's just how I feel, because a lot of other people was hurt by it. But being that you did finally come out, everybody else is able to open up that shell that they closed.
It's kind of like she I don't want to say pioneered it, but like she was a leader.
Yeah, she gave people a voice.
Yeah.
She did. Sometimes it's not as quick as we all think, like as I thought, but you gave people a voice, and I love that, because even Carisha thought that she was so lit and everything was so peaceful, but it wasn't, because you thought what you was going through was just normal. That's not normal.
Oh, he was wilding out on her too?
You didn't see when it was like Carisha even turned on him?
I'm not really a celebrity gossip.
Me neither. I don't watch too much of because that, like I said, that has nothing to do with me. When you put yourself in celebrities mix that don't have nothing to do with you, you get confused and you get put into something that has nothing to do with you. But certain stuff I've seen, because he was with Carisha. He was with Carisha for a point of a time, and he gave Carisha everything that I felt like Cassie thought that she was supposed to get. The limelight. Carisha has so much shows. What song do Carisha and Diddy really have? He was at every one of her shows. Flowers, walkouts, matching outfits, everything. So maybe that kind of triggered her to go more. Who knows? I can't speak for somebody that I don't know. But even when she okay, so boom, she'll look at it like, I wasn't going through much, but now that you hear multiple people talking about the same thing that you went through, maybe this is how you really act. This is you. So that's how you was getting me, and I wasn't even realizing. So Carisha thought everything was sweet, and I believe she thought everything was sweet. But being that certain stuff came to the light, it's like, let me sit back and reflect and see how that was with me, and if I related to certain things of that nature. And she did. And she cut him off.
Well, I want to tone it down a little bit, you know what I mean? I don't want to get too intense with it. I'm going to ask you a couple novelty questions, you know what I mean? Just some lighthearted shits. Do you smoke bud?
Of course.
Of course. Well, you got like a favorite brand?
Okay, so no.
You just smoke anything?
I personally feel I've been smoking for a very long time, and I started at a young age. So if a lot of people started at a young age, you'll realize that all this spray, non-spray, all that was not in motion at that time. You smoke loud, sour greens, platinum, kush. You smoke those type of things.
Yeah.
All this extra, I smoke, like I told you, but all this extra spray, non-spray, designer, fashionable, I don't smoke that. Nope.
Desire.
I'm not into that
desire.
because that's made up.
So what you smoking, greens?
I don't. Whoa! No, no. But like, people will look at it like block work or nothing too much or non-spray. I'll smoke that. I don't have problem with designer and stuff like that. I'll smoke it if I have it or whatever the case may be. But am I too into it? No. Why? Because I feel like that's when, okay, so the reason why is the first time I smoked that, the first pull had me like, whoo! Not the regular who when you smoking weed. It's like the first 2 pulls had you like, damn, I could get fucked up. And then you got Resi now. So you got a whole lot of shit to go with. And when you going with all of that, it's like you get hooked onto it. So now you think the regular weed that you used to smoke ain't shit when it really is. So now you're addicted to weed that people at home cutting up their oranges and putting in plants to give you. I don't got time for that. No. But I do smoke.
That's what's going on?
That's what I feel is going on. Don't quote me. But that's what I feel is going on because there's too much stuff that's not real weed. But you just want to smoke it because it's lit. You want to smoke it because I got a
holographic package.
Look at this.
Like,
this came from a weed box. You get. I got another weed box that this came.
So they giving niggas like Happy Meal treats in the bud
That's
now?
what I'm trying to show you. You get Patron shots, Dawn shots. You get little, you get little cartoon characters. You get mad shit. That's what I'm trying to. Cash Cobain. That's another one I fuck with. Another artist. He came out with weed with a fucking. Can we curse? I'm sorry. He came out with weed with a fucking rose. He got a rose for the women. He another one. Like I said, Raw Wave. He making music for the women. He's smart. He always talking about eating pussy.
Drill.
Exactly. And he came out with a rose. Everybody started buying his weed for the rose. I bought the weed just for the rose. I just told you I don't fuck with that shit.
Say that.
Like, no.
I gotta talk about that though. I'm like, I don't smoke.
Okay.
But I'm like, niggas gotta relax with these video game packaging and I seen a picture. It was a Adobo canister.
Thank you.
And
yes.
the bud was in there, and I'm like, yo, y'all niggas getting out of control now, son. Like,
no, I be looking at things and I just be like, wow, y'all are creative.
I respect the creativity, but I'm like, y'all doing
just for
too
weed.
much. Like the holographic packaging and you know what I mean? Niggas is
and that's the thing, people eat with their eyes. So just because they could have gave you weed in this bottle. That I'm about to drink. They could have gave you weed in this and people would have bought it.
You pour that shit into the cup, mad nugs is falling out.
No.
Niggas don't know what they getting no more.
But they don't care as long as they smoking. That's why I told you, like the Resi. They don't care as long as they smoking.
So let me ask you, do you now before I even get into the next drink, so how much you pay for your eighth? How much is your eighth?
Okay, so if I'm gonna be quite frank and honest, I've been stopped buying weed. Why? Because I'm more trying to slow down, and 2, I hang around people that smoke weed all day, every day. So whether or not if I have a spliff, it's a spliff in the air, or probably 10.
So why you trying to slow down smoking weed?
Because I've been smoking for so long, and the weed that's smoking now is just not my forte.
Okay.
So it's like, it's just too much going on. You gotta pick one poison. I drink a lot and I smoke a lot, so I gotta pick a poison.
Okay. So these the random questions.
Okay.
Do you watch anime?
No.
No anime at all. No Dragon Ball Z. No Naruto.
No.
All that shit whack.
I don't know if it's whack. I won't say it's whack because I don't really watch it. But a lot of people watch it, so I'm guessing it's not. But do I watch it? No.
Alright. Pick one. You gotta pick one.
Okay.
Henny, Don Julio, Casamigos, or Duce.
Ooh. Okay. So I'm Duce all the way.
Okay.
Not Duce. Don Julio all the way.
Don Julio.
Rap or a negro. But ever since this whole thing with this fake tequila being
Fake tequila.
okay, they've been saying that a lot of spots be selling you fake Don and this, that, and the third or whatever.
I ain't know nothing about that.
We're gonna clock that tea because Yeah. So a lot of people have been sending me it, talking about like the agave is not real, it's not pure, it's whatever. I didn't really too much believe it until one time I went to a spot and like I told you, I drink down. Like, this is my second mixed drink, which is Dawn, and it's literally a splash of pineapple. Other than that, I drink straight. So I drink straight Dawn.
Drink straight?
Straight Dawn. My chase is water, and it's not in the cup, it's on the side if I want to. So I know the difference. I could sip a liquor, you could put any liquor in my cup and I could sip it and I could tell you what it is. It's not cute, it's not, but that's the truth. So it was a time that I went out and I drank Dawn, because I bought a Dawn bottle. And by the time I woke up in the morning, didn't remember anything. So when they started speaking about the fake Dawn, I said, okay, maybe that could be it, but not too much on this. So, like I said, my go-to is Dawn Reposado all the way, every way. But I just started back drinking Douce. I would not do Henny again because I feel like every liquor went through that fake stage. I feel like everybody just talks because at the time when Henny was popping, when everybody was drinking Henny, they used to say that Henny, certain spots you go get a bottle of Henny, they change it with E and J and this, that, and the third, or whatever the case may be.
That's crazy.
Yes. So now they're doing the shit with Dawn, that Dawn is fake. You got to check the serial numbers, the numbers on the bottom if it's too big. I'm not doing all of that. So for the past like month, I've been on my Douce tip. But this is my spot. Wet Wednesdays, Izzy Wednesdays. I come here all the time. I'm gonna drink my Dawn.
Okay.
I'm drink my Dawn. It's Dawn all the way.
So let me just ask you, like, let me see where you at. You know what I mean? You're younger than me, but do you balance that out with like some sea moss, some black seed oil or something?
There we go. At home. Yeah.
Yo, what's this? What's that?
Okay, that's not, you gotta clock that tea. That's what we do. We clocking the tea. Okay. So we clocked your tea because a lot of people don't talk about black seed oil or sea moss, but definitely at home. And
oh, that's fire.
It's right there on my counter. I should have took a picture and I would have showed you, but yeah, I definitely do.
Okay. Nah, that's fire. That's what's up. You know what I mean? I always try to tell people, balance it out. You know
that's just like the smokers. I feel like the smokers just smoke and you don't even know that you have to. It's this, you could call it like a black seed oil for smokers to clean your lungs. A lot of people don't do that. You have to clean your lungs. As much as you could smoke, you have to clean your lungs, and I clean my lungs.
Nah, that's fire. That's needed. I always try to bring that up, you know what I mean? Bring some balance into the whole shit. So, which one of these best describes you?
Okay.
The gamer girl, spiritual girl, hood girl, or a nerdy girl?
Hood girl.
Hood girl?
Only reason why I would say hood girl, because I'm not into, I play games, but I'm not just gonna get up and play games. Like if it's something we doing, I'm in a room with somebody, a friend, partner, family member, whatever, we playing games, we playing games. I'll more like say hood girl because I grew up in the hood, I'm still in the hood, and I'm not like hood ratchet, but I'm about my hood. I ride for who I gotta ride for.
Okay. That's respectable. Alright, so I'm gonna have you rate the drip.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you rate the drip. Try and like, hold on. Where my pictures at? Rate the drip pictures. So I'm gonna put it right here because I don't want you to like look down.
Okay.
I want the camera to still be able to see your face. I'm gonna bring a picture up on the screen for the people. So
okay, so this is a what? A 1 out of what? 10?
1 through 10, yeah.
Okay. I don't wanna lie. I give Fab like a 10. I fuck with it.
A 10?
I fuck with it. The reason why I fuck with it because it's not too much. Like you still look nice. You look like you got that shit on, whether we could tell how much it is or not, but you look nice, you're not doing too much. feel like when you already got too much, to show too much is a drag.
No, don't get crazy and
Yeah, like don't do too much.
shit.
Like I mess with that. Like
What's doing too much?
I feel like doing
Like
too
you
much.
could describe a fit that's too much.
Okay. Doing too much to me is having on like a whole bunch of stuff that you can't even comprehend what goes with what. And then I feel like just because you have all of that don't mean that you have to have 10,000 name brands on or chains or this and the third. Like, we know you got it. Relax.
Niggas got on the Mary jeans with the Rick Owens.
Like, you're doing too much.
Celine shirt.
You're doing too much. We know you could do all of that. Calm down. You're doing a little too much. Like, either way, you're gonna step. We know you're gonna step, but I personally feel like that's because they know they're not gonna step.
What you mean by that?
To do too much, I feel like you have to do it because that's what's gonna bring you the shine.
On some, they not valid within themselves, so they gotta hide behind their fit. You saying?
Right. Or what the hell you got on 12 chains for? Tell me. What you got on 12 chains for? What is it gonna do? What difference does it make to your outfit but look like you just so combobulated and somebody choking you?
Niggas trying to show off. Niggas got through the hard time.
But why are you trying to show off and then you got 12,000 securities around you and you holding yourself and doing all of this? What you doing all that for? Step out. Step out. Stomp your shit. Walk your ground. Other than that, then don't do all of that.
Alright, say that. Let's get to the next one. You talking about the hoodie and the sweatsuit.
Okay, I like the hoodie and the sweatsuit because I like the name across it. I like the logo.
Okay.
Why he has on a ski mask, I don't know. I don't know. But I mess with the logo, and just in case y'all didn't know, this is the logo. There we go. Y'all mess with it too. That's not even a lie. So we mess with the logo.
Yeah, I ain't pressuring you. You know what I mean? You can give whatever.
And then on
rate
top
you
of that, you know, some sweatsuits be looking like real thin, crapish type of shit. That look like, yeah, I'm warm, I'm cool. I probably got to take off the sweater because I'm too hot. Yeah, I'm not walking around with no cheap shit just to make my brand look like something.
I say that.
So,
What's
that's the rate. That's still a 10.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh damn.
I'll give this like a 6. I don't know what type of shoes those is. I'm not really messing with it.
He been getting a lot of flack for the shoes.
I like that he could wear pink, but the outfit's not really grasping me.
Okay. So what's the rating?
A 6.
6? Oh yeah, you said 6. My fault. My boy been getting flack for them sneakers.
Okay, so with him, I'm just rating his jacket and like what his hat and his chains.
Yeah, rate the drip from the waist up. Rate the drip.
I give him 5. He look like a regular hood nigga.
That's
You
a
got
5.
on a snapback backwards. You got on, if that's a Montclair, that's a polo jacket. You have on a graphic tee and 2 chains around your neck.
That's super regular to you, like.
It's not that it's regular. It's even if it's people that don't really got it like that, people still dress like that right now. So it's like,
Okay.
what you really showing me?
This the last one.
I'll probably give him just like an 8 because I like his varsity jacket. I don't know what his shirt says. Just because of the varsity jacket.
You say you give him an 8?
Yeah.
Part.
The varsity jacket and the shades, okay.
Yeah,
I'll
so
give him
that's
an 8.
it. You know what I mean? I want you to tell people where they could reach you. And you know what I mean? Shout out what you got going on one more time. These are the closing statements.
Okay, guys, it's Izzy again. My Instagram is the real Alarico, ALARICO. My hair and makeup page is One Stop Shop because it is a one-stop shop. I do hair and makeup. Whenever you want to see me and vibe with me, we right here at Brooklyn Hotspot on a Wednesday for Wet Wednesdays, Izzy Wednesdays. That's me, and hopefully I see a little bit more of me.
I say that, yo. That was Izzy. You here with Mark Q. This was NY Vids. We out. I say that smooth. Oh, hold on. We gotta get some BTS.
Wait, you gotta turn the camera.
Out, yeah.
Come again. I like this. I gotta pee. I was holding my pee for mad long.
That's crazy.
Hi, best friend. I gotta pee. Huh? Oh, I still got the mic.